I think that our sense of isolation from the rest of Canada and, from the world at large created in a lot of us as songwriters a unique identity. But it's colored with a kind of emotional intelligence that comes from being a person who's stuck on the eastern end of Canada, battling out against the North Atlantic in relative isolation year after year.
The Halifax music scene, there was a big Celtic story out of Nova Scotia with the Rankins and Ashley McIsaac and Natalie McMaster and stuff all kind of building, and that was sort of the music scene that Nova Scotia was known for. But there was always a really healthy underground music, punk rock, independent scene. And that was what drew me to it, was playing music socially with my friends. When I got to Halifax, I met two guys when I was 13, Rob and Ian, and we were like, let's start a band. And it was really out of the desire to just have something to do as a teenager.
This is a musical culture out here. And the thing about Halifax that I've always appreciated, maybe a place that drew me to it musically anyway, was that there was a lot of people here who are in my taste wheelhouse. I've always been horribly disappointed that some of my favorite music, never made it on the radio, even though it sounded like a stone cold hit to me. Listening to bands that had songs and harmonies and all of that kind of thing. And for whatever reason, I think half the population of this part of the country grew up on that, Everybody here, or most of the guys I've met, can do your Beatles chapter and verse,
In my experience, the Halifax music scene started in the 60s. Things like the Great Scots and April Wine. They were kind of like the bands that provided hope to a lot of local acts that there was a possibility that you could make a life making music or making popular music. And most of the acts that found success had to move away.
What is Nova Scotia like?
Nova Scotia is, well, it's quite similar to California, but...
is it warm?
No, well, I mean, excluding the climate,
Through the 80s, there was some groundwork laid for creating an independent music scene. You had a supporter in Greg Clark, who ran a series of clubs that catered to the local scene. And, that was kind of like the chemistry lab for all this music to kind of come about.
I was thinking that, well, these kids maybe needed a place to hang out. Maybe they would, like to hang out in a place with live music. So I opened up a tiny coffee house. It was an unlicensed place called the Club Flamingo. That worked out pretty good, and it became known as, the hangout for, I guess, the alternative punk scene. It became apparent that if you wanted to stay in the entertainment business, that you're going to have liquor. And that place closed. Fast forward, I guess, all the way to, 92, I started the Double Deuce, and that also coincided with Sloan going out and touring. The buzz started from there, I think.
It was just the right size, and Greg was more than willing to book, both local bands and, bands that were on tour or whatever. You'd go in there just about any night of the week. There was some really cool band playing, whether they were from out of town or whatever. So we got a chance to play with a lot of really, really high caliber musicians who were doing really interesting, unique, and fun things. That really became the it spot.
It was a small club, but it was the sort of place that if there was, 50 people in it, it felt like there were enough people there that you'd want to hang out.
The Double Deuce was funny because it was a gay bar previous to Greg taking it over, so it had a lot of posters of Patrick Swayze, I think, inside.
This is a new Double Deuce. I put a lot of money and time into this.
It might have been called the Roadhouse before, and I think there's some movie called Roadhouse. The stage was quite small. I remember that the side door off the stage went right out onto the street. So often bands would say thank you, good night, and be out the door. The music would come up and everyone would dance till closing time, which was 3, I think.
The community is what started the scene because there wasn't a lot else to do. If you want to see live rock, you go and see the rock that's being played live, which is the music that your friends are making because, I don't know, whoever isn't coming to town.
It's not humanly impossible to get up in the morning in Montreal and drive to Halifax, or Ottawa for that matter, and drive to Halifax and do a gig that night, but it's a brutal kind of thing, you know. And there's no guarantee of a gig in between, so you're isolated to a certain extent. And that, I think, given my experience, kind of helps that original thing grow, you know, DIY.
So you've got this kind of art scene. So there's a kind of desire to do something kind of edgy. Then you've got the Navy history, you've got pub and culture. And then you've got the university, which is like a bunch of people coming from away who are going to go out on the weekends and they're going to go into these places and you need to entertain them. And so there's this weird balance that I think happened in the 90s. All those things kind of came into play.
I came to Halifax in '88 to go to school. CKDU, I mean, we were allowed to go there and tape things in the library. Like I could go there and go to the record library and tape stuff. You know, that's what you did. You just sat there. You had no money and you just sit there and listen to records and drink coffee and think it was like, you know, the Beatnik years or something.
In Canada, campus radio differentiates itself from commercial radio by defining itself as what commercial radio isn't. So we're always looking for new sounds, new cities with interesting independent bands. And it just happened that everything happened kind of all at once in Halifax and really took the country by storm. We were playing punk rock before any station would touch it, hip hop and metal. All of this got its start on stations like CKDU. We're also the only station that has ever consistently played local artists.
CKDU was the key. CKDU going FM in 1984 and broadcasting local music a lot more than 2 or 3% was the essential ingredient to launching the local music scene because it helped create the cohesiveness that was absolutely lacking in the community prior to that. Cassettes, people would record their demos into a ghetto blaster on a 4-track or whatever and run them over to CKDU, and they'd chart to #1 on CKDU all the time. And so I think CKDU played a really, really, really important role in developing the music scene. And this was at a time where there was no alternative weekly paper and very little coverage in the Herald and the Daily News. It was the main source of finding out about local music. There used to be this event called Lawn Jam, free bands playing in front of the Architecture Building on Spring Garden Road, and CKDU would put it on. Sloan was the band that got me into local music. They were second on a bill of 5. That was 89 or 90, 4th gig they've ever played. And Chris had actually told me they were going to do Kiss covers, and they came and played original music. And honestly, like, while the music was really good and I was into it, I was a little disappointed because we were excited. They said they were going to do full makeup and blood and the whole thing, right? So instead we get Sloan, and it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good. But they were still developing when the explosion happened. I worked at the Flamingo, which is the club that was like preceded the Double Deuce. The ECMA did showcases there in 1992, I guess it was, and they had one slot for an alternative band, right? One slot. And Sloan got the slot, right? Peter Owen, their manager, was buddies with Rob Cohen, and Sloan got the slot. Didn't have an album out, they didn't have an EP out, they hadn't recorded anything. The only stuff that was kind of floating around were recordings I'd done on cassette of them at shows that had been put on. I remember people were like, why are they getting the slot? And then, right in front of me, the guy from Network Records and the guy from MCA were sitting at a table right in front of the DJ booth at the bar, and I heard them after the Sloan set start talking about, so what do you think?
Sitting deaf behind Da 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 da. Local rabbits. Turning that song off. That's a beautiful song. It's about it's about playing to nobody. Band playing in a bar in Halifax, or Montreal, or Toronto, to nobody, but nobody's paying attention to them. But there's a couple people in the audience that maybe are, and it's really important to play for them. It's called Play On. All right. So let me start by putting the right guitar on. The one I intended to use. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. We have a special show for you tonight. Let me see. We have a special show. The captain, as always, is with you. Captain Richard Cook, and Captain Richard Cook's been feeling a little nostalgic lately. I don't know what it is. But I've been thinking a lot about the old Murder Records days. Record label owned by Sloan, run by Sloan. We're going to be hearing some of those boys tonight. The song you think you know, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's about Halifax now. Cargo ships that crowd the port are gently rocked by coming storms. The open sky is pouring rain, like pints of Keith's or flooding drains. Kids wait in lines at the marquee to see a band and interact. A band just signed to 6 contracts. A band from here in Halifax. Halifax.
crooks will reel them in like trout. The whole crowd cheers as Sloane arrives. The local rabbits by their side. At night a tiny city wakes. Thrush hermit sings of coastal lands. In tiny bars, crowds congregate, speaking in gorgeous Haligonian. Sweet ancient tinge Canadian. Halifax where cigarettes mix with ocean smells. Outside a bar where music's playing. Dalhousie girls in the rain. Halifax, a local scene built out of love. Music that matters and fills the clubs, never to happen again. Not again, unless in Halifax. You got a Port Hope loves you. All right. If you're the mayor of Halifax, give me a call. Give that song to you for $600 and a ticket, a one-way ticket out to Halifax. Fishermen haul in their takes for the day, unloading their nets upon the bay. Dead tired they wait for the fish to be weighed, and hope that they are paying market rates. Some days they haul in a slid or a crab, a girl, a baby shark, a broken crate. One afternoon the good crew even caught a severed fragment of a woman's leg. Laugh, but this ends up on dinner plates. Most fishermen chalk the catch up to grace. Others simply call it naked fate. Each is aware that the song that he sings, the sea alone provides or takes away. Once an product of too many fishing tales. Often they starve, throwing all back to sea, waiting for the perfect symphony, waiting for Twice Removed Part 3. This one looks older than most, shakes like a horse in a moat. Gravity grips at his throat, but he's bursting with hope. I've heard that his act is a dream, a number of topical themes, footnotes to the ancient Greeks, for the old bourgeoisie, the reactionary. Reactionary.
Sloan, folks.
It all seemed to happen so fast. Will we ever believe the way he passed away? I saw his widow speak on her fortune. She was feeling pretty apathetic. Coax me, cajole me, coax me, cajole me, yeah. I drink concentrated OJ. Can I think consolidated's okay? It's not the band I hate, it's their fans. 3 cans of water for birds' feet. Coax me, cajole me, coax me, cajole me, yeah. Coax me, cajole me. I give mine away. I give mine away. I saw his widow speak on her forehead. It was full of lines and sinkers. Coax me, cajole me, coax me, cajole me, yeah. Coax me, cajole me.
That's rock and roll. All right. Wearing, almost. All right. Thank you to the beautiful and wonderful Gemma Rapizo Pugliera, mia sposa, mi sola sposa, la meva sposa.
One day I was so rocked upon your waves that I went overboard. I put aside my pride and my path, and besides there was money in it. But we forgot that a favor was a favor, not a money saver. I bet you wish you would never, even ever, one day. made the same mistake one day. Between the city and the country, I made the same mistake twice. One day I was so rocked upon your waves that I went overboard. I put aside my pride and my path, and besides there was money in it. But we forgot that a favor was a favor, not a money saver. I bet you wish you would never, even ever. One day. Between the city and the country, I made the same mistake one day. Between the city and the country, I made the same mistake twice. One more time. One day I was so rocked upon your waves that I went overboard. I put aside my pride and my path, and besides there was money in it. But we forgot that a favor was a favor, not a money saver. I bet you wish you would never, even ever. One day. All right, that's a song by the Super Friends. I got one more of those coming up. That's a hard song to play. I'm gonna try it next time with drums. I thought the radio song was my drug. The more it hurts, but the deeper you fall. You should never laugh at other people's jokes, 'cause I fill up with pride. I live my life in the hoax. I live my life in the hoax. Ba-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-da-da. But she doesn't come alone, she comes with a friend. Anyway, that's a great song, one of the best songs of the era. Actually, if I had to choose my favorite song of the Murder Records roster, the one that I respect the most, it's probably that one. 10 Pounds by the Super Friends. I still can't figure that beast out. It's a hard song. 2 guitars with the Super Friends. Even if you've got your Matt Murphy down, you've got your Drew Yamada, you got your Charles Austin, you got your Lonnie James later on. Anyway, I love this fucking music. That's my first swear word. Alright. They don't make them like this anymore. It makes me cry. Port Hope's gonna try. strange kind. Galleons asleep in the sand. No, I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to die. Start again. Lately I've been having dreams of a strange kind. Galleons asleep in the sand. I ain't afraid to die. No, it isn't that. No, it's something else. Got me feeling bad. Lately I've been making friends of a strange type. Creatures that glow in the dark. Jellyfish made of light, with no need for land. It's a kind of life I could understand. I don't wanna go down with this ship. I was never attached to it. I admit that we sometimes got up to some fun, frequenting bars, seeking women and rum. I did enjoy sunsets, the steam engines dumb, but I never consented to come too high. Lately I've been spending nights transmitting SOS signals through fog. I'd like another birth, a second chance. I could earn my keep in the Orient. I don't wanna go down with this ship. No, I never quite took to it. Please extricate me, I won't need to pack. I'll sleep with the cargo, I'll eat with the rats. I just do not feel ready to climb up the mast as the ocean submerges the craft. I'm sending out this SOS. Do not mistake it for a test. The rats that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I'm seeing throngs of ferns and wrens arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. that overrun the deck assure me that this is the end. I'm seeing throngs of turns and rends arrayed like waiting relatives at a port just up ahead that's welcoming to immigrants. I've traded my wisdom to some island king for icons said to calm the things I learned in Halifax. I know they are not coming back like excellent bands, like Super Friends and Sloan and all the fucking rest. I swear to God, I don't understand how far we fell in so little time. I send an SOS. I want the music back again. Would someone get Chris on the line, or even Matt? It would be fine. One of the Murphys, I gotta talk and find out just where things went wrong. Or maybe jail or Thrush Hermit. I only need to vent a bit. I'm sending out this SOS. Let Justin Trudeau and the rest know that I lodge a formal complaint. The music just ain't been the same. I want it back. I wanna be 15 years old. And all of my best friends with me. I love you. We're gonna take a little break. I like to improvise this part. I hope I don't make a mistake. It's something that I learned from Nina Simone. She's the best thing that's ever been going. I love you all. I'm just gonna go to...
Couldn't bring that one to a close. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen when we do those. All right. So let me see. Give me 1/2 of 1 second, 1 parsec. I'm sure that's the technical term. Let me see here. Okay. Oh. You know, first of all, I'm missing this. Need to pay some respects where respects are due. And speaking of respect, the wife is here, the one and only Gemma Rapizo, Pujdulura. I burnt some incense on this CD probably when I was 18 or something, so we'll see if it plays. I'm just going to leave you with this music for a minute, and I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Trying to get longer without taking a break, but I need to sort of collect myself, figure out what happened. Come on, boys. Where are you? I'll be back.
But she doesn't come alone. She comes with a friend, and that means you come around.
Oh, beautiful.
You take the highway in and you take it home, and I walk the battered walk to heaven alone. You should never laugh at other people's jokes, 'cause I fill up with pride. I live my life in a hoax. I live my life in a hoax.
One more time, give me this. Give me this, indulge me. Everybody at home, just dance. Beautiful.
But she doesn't come alone. She comes with a friend, and that means you come around. So better I was dead. The whistle's blown. At least I'm alive. At least I'm alive.
All right. Hello. I'm back. Never really left. Didn't get anybody a chance to miss me, but the Super Friends. Saw that show with, I went to see a guy in Toronto. His name's Mantler. He's also an excellent musician. If you haven't heard Mantler, check out the album Monody. Tracks called Also Close the Rainbow's good. Crying at the Movies is a great song. The masterpiece on that album is a song called Author. It's a song that Brian Wilson could have written. It's not good. He's from Toronto. Anyway, I went to see Mantler with Tyler. I guess maybe 5 years before Tyler died. Went to see Mantler, and Matt Murphy was there from Super Friends. And I don't know, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I bought the Mantler CD. And I listen to it to this day, as Paul McCartney says. All right, let me see. This one's for you, Ty.
Well, the day I got my first tattoo was the day I first kissed a lady. I was wise and kept it nondescript, so my tattoo said only baby. The years went by and baby changed. Once or twice my dear heart was broken, or I realized that I couldn't change, and my tattoo became an omen. It's alright. It was a vision of paradise. It's alright. It can't be changed. I will rely on my tattoo die, for my tattoo still can't let anyone see. I'll wear long sleeves My second ink was burned in deep. It's the name of my only brother. He was in a storm, our ship went down, and Tyler slipped underwater. Hey, 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 it's alright. I only show it off out of spite. Stick around, these songs are good. This is a start of a journey. Try and bleed deeply. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Hashtag Port Hope. One more time. Port Hope Industries is not liable for any injuries that transpired throughout the show. We did our best to save what was salvageable. All resemblances, whether living or dead, are intentional and intended as they stand. They are meant as tattoos to be permanent. It's only ink that gets under your skin. Doesn't age well, but nothing ever does. These are all disinfected and government inspected. Any old ID will do. Hashtag tattoo. Get a dragon or an albatross. There's a sail on. Buy a cross and get a heart, or get nothing and buy an ice cream instead. Get a harbor, even Halifax, or an octopus. Those guys coming in a pinch, or get nothing and go to Nova Scotia instead. Zeus kinda has a way of making you pay attention. No, it's not like a tap on the shoulder or a few theses nailed to a door. Not a gentleman's tug on the reins, but a thunderbolt, so pure and shattering. Makes you sit up and look all around and ask why you're still pretending. Zeus kinda has a way of making you pay attention. First your vessel is lost in a squall, some freak weather event on the storm-tossed sea. Then you look to your chattering crew, who have been metamorphosized slowly into monkeys. And it's then that you first realize that some sacrifice is called for. There is an old song from before you were born, and it's based on a tale from before you were born. It's the tale of a man supernaturally strong, who spoke only the truth and meant only with harm. And he just walked around and spent time with the people, had some kind of word that could overcome evil. What was it? And if you were sick, he could heal from a distance. Of love overcoming man. Loving Father saves all those without an aversion to water. That's not the point. The point is that he saved me, and judgment's a sin, one I still commit daily, along with the rage that could shatter an infant, and all the sad lust I expend on the internet. Just like in those shows that I watch with my father, they take an old house and redo the interior. Then some asshole buys it for $10 million. Some overfed drone with a hot wife or daughter. But that's not the point. The point is that he saved me, and judgment's a sin, one I still commit daily. Still there's something about a man nailed to a cross, brings about sympathy, brings about pause, like we just need an image to cut through the pain and the billions of things that compete for our brains. 'Cause there are certain people with benefits due from marketing things made to harm or ensnare you, projecting a vision of all you can be, then selling you all the things that person needs. They intend to own everything, feelings included. Nothing is sacred and nothing's excluded. I've studied their ways in their most recent promos. I know they use stories, so here's my proposal. We find an old myth of rebirth or redemption, just some source of light for the dark age that's coming, that will get us through plagues or collective shortcomings, point toward hope or a happier ending, revealing our neighbor an image of God. Teach us to love both as a whole of the law. And when we fuck up, as we certainly will, grant grace to repent and keep climbing the hill. Please do not laugh, understand what I'm saying. We can't escape myths, there is only reframing. You can't even assume that a person exists beyond something like an inert causal nexus, an object that responds to certain conditions, but nothing responsible for its decisions. But people are needed for human existence, perhaps also gods, even if they are dangerous. So send a Messiah who isn't a fascist. I believe that we need one right now. Nothing less than a thunderbolt, a miraculous thunderbolt whose power comes, whose power comes from dying.
I wasn't on the set list, but I was inspired by something to do that. Ooh, God, my body is fine, everyone. There's no problems with my body. I gotta get my glasses back on for this one. Alright, so this is the, this one's won the award for most likely to be screwed up tonight. By the way, I'm gonna do another one of these shows, Halifax shows from, on Sunday, because I've got more songs that I've learned that I want to play. Alright, let's see. Super Friends.
I feel we're in for hard times. Bad times are better for sure. Do you long for sunrise shorelines? Kiss the mountains goodbye. "2,000 miles can't change my latitude, but I'm a shiver to fit, I'm a shiver to fix. That's enough to keep a light at night, till one of us calls, till one of us calls. Our love is a cruel deformity, your head on my satisfied mind. Your thoughts come coolly metal down this electric line. And I don't want to taste the salt of lonely life, 'cause it's all I've ever known. And I just want to kiss the land that you got me to. I just want to kiss the land. You're breaking good news, what could it be? You're coming up now, and I am so proud. I'm just as free as I ever was. To watch it come down, to watch it come down, is all of hot ferocity, or just a sack of ash to scatter on open ocean, a pinch for every dash. And I don't want to taste the salt of your lonely life, 'cause it's all I've ever known. I just want to kiss the land that you got me to. I just want to kiss the land. Alright, that was better than I thought it would be. Oh gosh. Okay, the wife hands me the next thing on the set list. This is a new system. It's called Put Gemma to Work, and it involves Gemma bringing the set lists. I think it's working. I think it's working. The ease and the tension tells me that it's working. Let's have a hand across the internet, across anybody that's watching in the future, who's watching now, who's watching in the year 3000 when Wild Stallions and Port Hope have together brought in an era of peace, ushered in an era of peace. Everybody that's watching, a hand for the great Gemma Rapizo Puigdellura. She's the only wife I could have at this point, and the only wife I want forever. Anyway, this is for you, babe. Love is a game, and I cheated, not on you, babe, and made sacrifices. Still, there are rules, trusted systems, and hard obligations. Don't go running up scores, follow suit when required. Maintain your composure, whatever transpires. Do not pass go, you must forfeit your assets. That's at least triple word score. Your battleship sunk, and I swear it wasn't my intention. I couldn't make a clear to draw. Thought about the chances I had lost. Thought about the lines on your face. Thought about the things in outer space. I guess I'll die alone My independence like a stone hung around my neck for all to see, a Pyrrhic victory. I say love, it isn't just a game, no. Though I have heard it said before, so much depends on how it's played, and on who's risking who on which board. You raise or you call, you breach protocol and you turn ends. You rise or you fall, you forfeit it all, you never walk away. The damaged abstain, the truth obtains when the match ends. You can try to count cards, but the house always wins, so it's best to learn to love the losing. I need something to help me sleep. I need a promise I can't keep. Maybe someone else that's out of reach, or maybe lives down the street. A pawn transformed into a queen, a charming beachwalk property, and a round of hearts just after tea, off till infinity. Oh boy, what is next? I don't even remember what's next. That's how. Uh-oh. Okay, well this says Acrobat, but it also says River. I've never played this song, it's not finished, but it's an old song actually. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's do this instead. This is by Julie Doran. I don't have the lyrics, but there's not a lot of words. She was in Eric's Trip from Moncton, New Brunswick. Lately all I think about are fall days, lying here in my blanket. Lately all I think about are fall days, lying here in my blanket. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. When you're gone, and I hope you found the one. And I'm glad, and I'm glad. No, I hope you found the one. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And you're gone, and you're gone, and I hope you found the one. And I'm glad, and I'm glad. No, I hope you found the one. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Song's called Gone Gone. It's on Julie Dworon and the Wooden Stars. I don't remember the second verses. I don't know. It's great, but it's not a lot of words. Anyway, okay. I do not know why I spend my time watching waves take the sand from in front of my feet. If it's decadence or common sense to make time for an image that's so concrete, of a silence that's so complete. Meet me at the river, I will pray for you. How I want it, how I want it, how I want it now. I renounce my name, I forget my age, throw it all away. How I want it, how I want it, how I want to know. How it feels to be unafraid. How it feels to be unafraid. I do not know why I spend my time watching waves take the sand from in front of my feet. If it's decadence or common sense to make time for an image that's so concrete, of a silence that's so complete. Meet me at the river, I will pray for you. How I want it, how I want it, how I want it now. I renounce my name, I forget my age, throw it all away. How I want it, how I want it, how I want it now. How it feels to be unafraid. How it feels to be unafraid. There's more to that song, but that's all you're gonna get tonight. I wrote a new song called Goodbye. I'm gonna play it on Sunday. It's for my brother. What's next on the set list? Are we in a break? We're in a break period. The wife says we have a portion to break
for the talent. Okay, so I'll be back. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I gotta go, I don't know, do something and deal with this back. Probably put cold water on it. It helps in a pinch. The adrenaline going. Let's see, what do we want to listen to in the break? Oh yeah, this is a good song. Give Charles Austin a chance. Wait, just listen to that, boys. Alright, I'll be back.
Set my house on fire.
see if we have the drum beat that we crave. All right, so we were supposed to do, Gemma and I were supposed to do California Dreamline tonight as a preview for next time. And Gemma's on the keyboards, and it's sounding very nice, but 'twas not to be tonight. Next time we'll do it, which is going to be the Martin show. But actually, we'll do it on Sunday. Got to preview some stuff. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna throw out my plans for other stuff. Let me see here. Okay, how do I get this thing? Supposed to give me a nice drum beat. All right, I wanted to have the drums, but we'll do it this way. Oh, that's not working. Okay, that's not working. All right, fine. No Terminator either. Boy, oh boy. All right, we'll do this one. Put me back into the nest. Make me feel like a little bird. 'Cause everything I hear and everything I see makes me weep. Ah, la la la. La 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 la. Ooh. Take me in your hand and squeeze me hard until I pop. Make me feel like a little girl, as wicked as a bee, much happier than me. Make me feel like a little girl, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. happened to this? That's what the pundits want to know. What happened to this? Let's try one thing and see if I can get it back. Aha. Aha. Okay, the Nux loop core. You know, I was actually researching for this show, looking on the internet, and I was looking into that movie, Mr. Holland's Opus. Do you guys remember that? Richard Dreyfuss, he's a composer, has to live his life as a music teacher, all of the degradation that is involved with teaching children. I know that well, teaching kids, it's fucking horrible. All that humiliation. And anyway, he he triumphs through it. He learns to love the children. I don't know, maybe some antidepressants, maybe some alcohol. We don't see everything that happens, of course, in any film. But, the weirdest thing about that is that the original title of that, you know what it was? Well, it's called Kindermusik. They're going to call it Kindermusik. And the Kindermusik people sued. And they had to change it to Mr. Holland's Opus, which is a pretty bad title. Surprised a movie called Mr. Holland's Opus, Dreyfuss or not, was able to do anything. Anyway, this goes out to Richard Dreyfuss. Every time. It happens every time. It happens every time. It happens every time. I'm a flag that's at half-mast. She's afraid of breaking glass. Eye of wool and nude of bat, and the essence of darkness. Oh, we made it. We're related, but I could not care less. You don't get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes, and you can see that you can see that you don't get me. Happens every time. It happens every time. It happens every time. I am a reservoir of pain. I am not clean, I clog the drain. I overflow with muddy rain at the slightest provocation.
extra if I bleed? Do they like their killings clean? Terminator. Terminator. You don't get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes and you can see that you can see that you don't get me. You don't get some, you don't get me. Look into my eyes and I can see that you can see that you don't get me. You don't get some, you don't get me. One more. The future of Port Hope is bright. Please hit like and please subscribe. Send the money to my bank, or better put it in a bag. And don't regret it, we'll do that. And please be sure to pay in cash. And folks, you know I have to say that California law dictates I can't directly profit from depictions of my crimes. The future of Port Hope is bright. Invite your friends, the show's tonight. The band is mostly robots now, except for Ryan, who is down to a lean 100 pounds and half a silicone, refurbished parts of Britney Spears. Just kidding, she is still alive. That convent really saved her life. Everything's turned out alright. The future of Port Hope is bright. Come on, babe, I miss the old times. Let's cuddle up and watch Port Hope tonight. Let's name our firstborn after him and give the rest to Port Hope kids. The things they teach in public schools, they claim that Port Hope isn't real. I'd sooner argue with the seal. Let's sell our house, move to Nova Scotia, join the Port Hope Dreamers Colony. He's more relaxed around Chris Murphy, more time to talk and share his aura. The future of Port Hope is bright, like a diamond in a sky, or a scene that never dies. Halifax in '95. The future of Port Hope is bright. The future of Port Hope is bright. One day I was so rocked upon your waves that I went overboard. I put aside my pride and my path, and besides there was money in it. But we forgot that a favor is a money saver. I bet you wish you had never even ever one day between the city and the country. I made the same mistake twice. I love all of you. I love you, Matt Murphy. I love you, Chris Murphy. I love you, Julie Dworan. I love you, Joel Plaskett. Though I did not do your song tonight, it shall be done Sunday. I love you, Drew Yamana. I love you, Charles Austin. I love you, Lonnie James. Good night, everyone. Halifax. Look it up in a dictionary or in an atlas, and you'll find a heart and my face. Good night. The wife says, quit. What time is it? We've been doing a while. Oh, yeah, I would love to talk to people. The wife asked if I'd like to chat. I always want to chat. If people are around, I always like to chat. I would have loved to have done California Dreamline tonight. Let's be perfectly frank. I was waiting for it. That was what I was waiting for. Next week is going to be a pretty good show. It's a Martin Tielli show. And I've been working hard, and I've been figuring stuff out for this show, and it's not easy. It's not easy. That's why we consider Martin a genius. in the winter's time. Sidewalk shrinking, and you TV's twinkling, the sky cushioned my ditch with the couch of snow. So deep, so new, and so blue. And you TV's twinkling, I'm already gone. I was pleased to meet you. Speckled my throat like a chunky prick. So deep, so blue, and so I heard a voice calling from the wilderness, calling from the wilderness. Not quite a whistle, not quite a song, not too short and not too long. I know you, but you don't know me. I know you, but you don't know me. I know you, but you don't know me. I know you, but if you choose not to be free, you still have made a choice. Said a high and squeaky voice. I know you, but you don't know me. I know you, but you don't know me. I know you, but you don't know me. I don't know you, but
gonna do some talking. If anybody's still there after that, little preview of the Martin show. It's gonna be about 5 or 6 songs of Martin's,
in the winter,
including that one, which is gonna be perfect. We're gonna have some loops. We're gonna have some Tim Beasley bass parts. We're gonna do some Penn. We're gonna do some California Dreamline. We're gonna do some
California Dreamline, surfing on the big wave. It's quiet underwater.
Uh-oh, we're gonna do that, okay? All right, I love all of you. If you're here, stick around. They say to leave on a high note. That was not, but you don't always have to follow the rules. Good night. I love all of you. If you're still there, stick around and chat with me. You'll probably all leave because you're cowards. Have a good night. Bye-bye.